With Rob Lewis, Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com. A little 2-minute drill as Tennessee wraps up practice today. Jeremy Pruitt talking about playing a lot of offensive linemen. We've been talking about who are the best 5. He's talking about playing 8 or 10, Rob.
I'll be stunned if they play 10. They might play 10 against Georgia State, against UT Chattanooga, but I'll be stunned if they don't settle, really pare that down as the season goes on. I mean, you hear a lot of coaches talk about it. You rarely see it. And I really think chemistry's incredibly important up there to find your best 5. I just think they're having a hard time right now, kind of separating people.
Yeah, they're playing a ton of different combinations, trying to figure out what's the most productive. You continue to see Jim Chaney be heavily involved along with Will Friend. They even broke that group up today at one point, tackles and guards and centers, and then right side and left side. Almost like kind of they had 2 offensive line coaches out there because there's so much work to get done.
Yeah, and that's been something that we've noticed consistently for the last going on 10 days now is Jim Chaney is, we're not out there all practice, but when we're there, his focus has been on that offensive front, no question.
All right, on the defensive front, Tennessee obviously short some bodies a little bit, but they get a body back today in Carrot and Garland. Jeremy Pruitt kind of made it clear the door was open when he addressed the media to start fall camp, and then today Garland comes back. How big of a deal is that for Tennessee?
I think you mentioned a body, but to hear Jeremy talk today, he was really complimentary of the kid. He didn't poo-poo his ability. Complimented him for doing the right things, and I guess my point is there was clearly no animosity there. It's not like the kid's in the doghouse because he wanted to look around for a minute, and just with the way guys get banged up there, having him back is nothing but a positive.
Interesting in that there was some praise for some young players after not really getting specific about seeing young players a couple of days ago, but continued love affair for Henry T. Sounds like he's not coming off the field anytime soon.
Yeah, just from what we've seen on the practice field, from what the rumblings we've heard from scrimmages, it sounds like he's the real deal. It looks like he's penciled in there as the starter. And Jeremy really did. 2 weeks ago, Jeremy was as complimentary of him as we've ever heard him be as a freshman, and kind of backed that up today, saying he's not hit a wall. Yeah,
a couple of other things to throw out there. Aaron Beasley working at linebacker. Pruitt saying that was for depth purposes, really more than anything. Said it'd be the 3rd-team linebacker on the practice field today, or be the 3rd-team safety. Tennessee without Daniel Patulli, limited with a sore knee. They're being very cautious with him at this point. Continue to jockey some guys around. Latrell Bumpus getting some more work at outside linebacker today as well. Jeremy Pruitt not in a hurry. He says there's still time before they get to game week. That was also his response to the waiting game for Aubrey Solomon. For Rob Lewis, I'm Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com.